So good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. Our Holy Gospel for today is taken from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 14 verses 25 to 33. Where in our Holy Gospel for today, my dear friends, Jesus is showing if are we a true disciple of God. That if we are a true disciple of God, we should always carry our own crosses. My dear friends, let us always remember that cross here symbolizes suffering, but in the same way, cross would give us a resurrection or a reward in the end. My dear friends, in our Holy Gospel for today, it shows and portrays the reality of suffering and struggles in our lives, wherein in our Holy Gospel, it also shows that it is natural that in our lives, we may able to experience sufferings, we may able to experience this kind of torture in our lives. But in this Gospel, it invites us that if we are a true disciple of God, we should always have this kind of belief in Him, that from the time that we are having this kind of suffering, we should know how to ask this kind of help and guidance towards or to Him. My dear friends, let us always remember that without cross, there's no resurrection. Therefore, in our lives, my dear friends, that these problems of ours, these experiences of ours that sometimes challenge our lives, let us always remember that it would help us, or it is part of our achievement. My dear friends, that if you are experiencing suffering now, always believe that one day you will have your own resurrection. That as long as we have this kind of crosses in our lives, we will be always resurrected. My dear friends, let us always remember that because of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, then He was resurrected. That without His suffering, without His cross, He was not resurrected. But because of His suffering, because of His cross, then Jesus was resurrected. In the same way in our lives, my dear friends, let us always believe that if we are having this kind of suffering now, that if we are having this kind of struggle now, one day it will vanish and it will transform into our crown, into our resurrection. My dear friends, don't be disappointed if you are problematic now. If you are having this kind of a lot of troubles, you are having a lot of struggles, my dear friends, let us always remember that your cross will transform into crown. Amen.